morning and welcome to Mike's Morning Mug. We're doing something a little different today, doing Dunkin' Donuts. What's up with that? We're also headed to Helltown. Yes. What is Helltown? Helltown, Ohio. It's actually Boston Mills, which is, they got a ski resort up over there now. Yes, they're skiing in Ohio. Go figure that. But yeah, Helltown. Back in 1974, year I was born, year Shauna was born too. Oh shit, I just gave away an age. Actually, we were born like a week and a half apart. 2 weeks. Yeah, it's like 2 weeks apart. Yeah, so there was this big scare that we were losing a lot of the land around the nation, and we needed to scarf up a bunch of it to make national parks out of it. So President Ford signed into action this, national park act or whatever the heck it was, and basically it gave the U.S. government eminent domain in order to take over people's properties and turn it into a national park. And this is what they did in that area: is they bought up people's property and kicked them out. And so for a while it was a ghost town. There were a lot of abandoned buildings that were in the area. One person had left the inscription spray painted in their house. Now we know what the Indians felt like. There were stories about an old burnt out school bus. Basically a homeless family was living in for a while. A lot of different legends grew up around there, like a supposed satanic church, and things about the cemetery and this abandoned road. And so a lot of it really isn't true, but it's kind of a cool area as far as abandoned places go. Now a lot of the abandoned buildings are gone, but there are still some buildings that are left around. The old lock system is still there, which they have a trail that goes alongside of that. So I'm going to check out those different things, see what's still standing, and check out the old locks, things like that. Oh yeah, we're going to check out the cemetery too. So it's kind of an interesting spot as far as history goes. A lot of the ghost stories and legends and things like that are not true, although from what I understand, some of the older homes that are still standing do have their own ghosts that are totally unrelated to what happened back in 1974. This idea basically came about, when I was on my interview on Beyond Reality Radio with Jason Hawes and JP Johnson. Jason actually mentioned something about Helltown, and I had heard of it before. In fact, a few months beforehand, when I was first moving back to Ohio, give a shout out to Kevin Childers on my Facebook. He had mentioned it. He said, "Hey, since you're coming back to Ohio, you need to go check out Helltown." And I just, I've been running around all over the country. I haven't gotten a chance to do it, but this is a weekend where I can actually go do that. So I'm inside the little train depot, and back in the day when this was actually a fully functioning town, there was some industry around here, like the Akron Bag Company, and the train would go, back and forth, Akron to Cleveland, stop through here. Like I said, they were pretty successful in, taking out, a lot of the town in order to make it essentially a tourist attraction. The ski resort's right over there. There's a bunch of people over there that are riding bikes and hiking, and so basically I'm going to be along the hiking path checking out where the locks are at. So that's kind of interesting. It's unfortunate that they decimated a town in order to do this. Okay, I'm at the Boston Township Cemetery. There's a World War II memorial here. We'll do a quick tour. We got a lot of ground to cover, literally, today. You see down there, you see that guy with a dog? Right down there is one of the hiking trails, one of the paths. They're all over the place down here. Look at this. Now here's a well. There's a warning. Water is not drinkable. Check to see if it works. Can we actually pump some water out of here? We can. And no, that's not drinkable. That was brown. Shauna for this. There's an older section over there. Guitar player. This is an interesting aspect about visiting cemeteries in Ohio is you might come across a name you recognize, and the Jaites were of the Grant line of my family, which would be my grandfather's mother's side, my great-grandmother's side. So we are related to a number of Jaites. Now, I don't know if these particular people here are relations, but they may be. So, in fact, speaking of the decimation of Boston Mills, there used to be a Jaite, Ohio. So I just found that out this past summer from my Uncle Chuck. Okay, well, that's kind of interesting. I ran into some graves that may be ancestors of mine, a last name that's within the family line. And so I'm going to have to do some research to see if they, in fact, are relatives of mine. Kind of an interesting aspect of going through cemeteries in Ohio, I guess that may happen. Wasn't expecting it. I haven't done a whole lot of cemeteries in Ohio. I mean, I don't see every day somebody riding a horse through the middle of the road. Wasn't expecting that either. Okay, we're doing the touristy thing and walking through the town. There's all kinds of people milling about, which is really kind of strange to me considering it's supposed to be sort of a ghost town, right? I'm a little back and forth here. I had to drop my wallet off at the car, but I had to get some water first because we're doing some hiking. Yeah, so I was a little mixed on the. It's a cute little shop that they have. They're selling shirts that say "Protect Our Park." And I'm a bit mixed on that because what happened to protect the town? 30, actually 40 some odd years ago, right? I like what they've done here, but I don't like the way they went about doing it. This is a different type of paranormal road. It's a walking trail. That is the old canal. We're going to see some locks here in a little bit. There's the old locks. That's where we're at right now. You can see where the old buildings have been and are now gone. But this is the lock system. I could walk down into that, but I don't think I want to. Let's go to the other side. And there goes the canal up that way. Of course, don't accidentally step on any snakes while you're walking down the path. Hey, you want to walk together? Come on. Come on, you and me, let's go. This way. Okay, here is lock number 33. We'll go down there in a second. You can see again the houses in the picture that are no longer here. What it says is this 1918 scene of Vaughn Farm, taken just north of here in Jaite, gives a historic flavor of the valley's agricultural landscapes. Jaite is part of my family heritage, like I was talking about back up in the cemetery. That was named for that part of the family through the Grant line. And we have loud bikers again. Let's go down in here.
3-hour marathon.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about your 3-hour marathon.
Did I tell you about that?
I'm looking for a quiet walk. Yeah, I don't know. Sounds like he's trying to impress her. Yeah, 3-hour marathon. Did I tell you about that? Okay, buddy. She likes you, just be yourself. But yeah, see, it's a little hard to get down into there because of all the reeds. But you can see around the stone here. And it goes back in there. So we'll hit the other side. I can't walk back through there. Can go up around the side of it. And you can see some of the old metal rusting away. I'll have to take some photos too. I didn't do that down there. A piece of the lock system here. Off into there. So there's parts of it that are lost in the jungle. Guess I can walk down into there. I don't know if I want to. Old red barn back in there, all by itself. You can see that in the distance? That's Stanford Road that goes up the hill. That's the turn in the road right there. It goes up the hill to the end of the world. Oh, hey, wait a second. Gas pipeline in the national park. Guess who owns that? Yeah, the government. There it is, Cuyahoga River. Oh, by the way, warning, transcontinental cable route. Don't dig anywhere in this area. I don't plan on freaking digging. Jesus. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Come all the way to freak out here so I can start digging shit up, right? There you go, Cuyahoga River. Now up near Cleveland, back during, what was it, the 70s? 60s, 70s, something like that? This sucker was set on fire. Nice and brown still, right? But I guess it's cleaner these days. Somebody got smart and cut a path down to here. Alright, I can go down to the sandbar and get all muddy, but... oh yeah, here we go. Very nice. This is our canal, by the way. Still doing alright. It's just a little trickle now compared to, you can see where the old wall is up over there. And right across the road, there's the Cuyahoga. I'll take a few steps down. That's a big ass freaking tree. But I am not going to go too far into here because I wanted to get to the next lock. But this is a here's a hiking trail here. It basically doubles back. Oh, look, squirrel! Now that's a freaking paranormal as fuck road. I guess this is your Natural Park Service at work? What in the fuck? Alright, well before us is the Jaite Paper Mill. Go figure that. Okay, this machine here, the Ford Jaite Paper Machine, is actually sitting back there by that porta potty. Nice, huh? It says that Charles Jaite built this paper mill, grew into a sprawling factory that employs as many as 250 workers. The factory closed in 1984. Hazardous conditions led the National Park Service to demolish its buildings in 2006. National Park Service left a Ford Jaite machine, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, in place to allow for future interpretation of the site. Additional plans for the site include restoration of natural habitat. But in the meantime, we have a bunch of shit that's dumped over there. We got a whatever the hell that is, and yeah. Well, you can see how the building used to look at the canal. There's even a freaking water tower here. It's all gone. Bridge still looks sturdy enough. But this was moved. This bridge was not here. And that's the machine back there for the paper mill. I probably just couldn't move the damn thing. Oh yeah, we left it here for you to check out. We'll put a porta potty in front of it. Probably just couldn't move it. And we do have horses. I think we saw them earlier, going the other way down Stanford Road. Okay, so we left this machine for future interpretation of the site. Well, you put a porta potty right in front of it, so I'm taking this as you are shitting on the paper mill. There's a way to sneak in down there. I'm actually not going to sneak down there because that would put my face right behind the porta potty and it freaking stinks down there. But you can see the rollers and everything. What the hell they plan on doing with it? They're leaving it sit there out in the elements to freaking rot and rust away. Alright, now this is something cool about abandoned places. Lost in the jungle. We have a street lamp. Right up there. That's cool. Guessing that has something to do with the paper mill parking lot, maybe. And then we have a road that goes on down here, on the old road. Like some old gates that are here, there, and a piece there. Well, fences, I guess. Make sure that you don't drive into the freaking water. You actually come out near a road. There's pieces back in there. You can see the stone, the cement. These pieces of the lock system there. Apparently up by this road there's some more. So this is a bigger lock. I'm not going to go down into there. It's too overgrown. But up ahead there's a piece of it. We're actually near, I guess, I looked up Jaite on the on Google Maps, and it says it's up here. So actually to the left. Okay, so we've crossed the road. Brandywine is out that way. Jaite apparently is down there somewhere. This is another lock, and we're going to turn around at this one. I've gone a few miles now. And this one doesn't look as wet. Okay, actually it's the wettest of them all because there's a bunch of water in it. See, this gives you a better idea. Okay, what I was standing on before in that one, here's that stone, right? And it goes down there. Oh, frog or something. See, that's how deep it actually is. And along the lock we go. Okay, we're at Red Lock, lock number 34, which is what I was just walking on. And, you know, basically this depicts how the lock system works, which I've visited many locks throughout my lifetime, but you gotta get the idea of, you know, because the elevation there is higher, you have to bring it down or up, depending on which way you're going, and so it, you know, eases the boat along in that transition. When the two boats came together, it was supposed to be the upstream boat had the right of way, but they often jousted to determine which boat had the right of way. So I guess I had a little fun with it. I'm going to go down the road to the paper mill on the way back. Okay, well, about to head down the road again a little bit. On the walk back, I talked to my Uncle Chuck for about half an hour. And he did confirm that, yes, the family did own and operate the paper mill. So that's kind of nice. I guess it would have been my great-grandmother's sister on that Grant side. And it was kind of funny. He said was my great-great Aunt Vicky's sister, Nell. Eleanor was her full name. It's kind of funny the way he, talks about it. It's, Aunt Vicky that everybody talks about from that side, where it was his grandmother's sister, but my great-grandmother died when my grandfather was only about 4 years old. She died of the flu in 1919, so, very unfortunate. So nobody knew her, and basically my Aunt Vicky raised my grandfather, so she was kind of the grandmother to my dad's side of the family. From my grandfather's side, from my father's side of the family. A lot of family stuff to keep up with, I know. But, yeah, so the whole point is my great-great-aunt Nell would have been the wife of Charles, who owned and operated the paper mill, the ruins of which we saw. So, little just family stuff coming out of the woodwork while we're in here at Helltown. We'll figure that. This is Stanford Road. A lot of the homes along here were obliterated, and along here somewhere, and I gotta be careful because there's people walking along the road. Yep, you're good. Along the road here somewhere, and it's gone, it's long since gone, is where the old school bus was situated. So, yeah, see, there's a sign there, road closed ahead. So that's our destination, is the end of the world. So here is the Stanford house, which we saw a bunch of Stanfords in the cemetery. But that is still standing in part of the Park Service now. Oh wow, they don't even let you drive up there. There's whoa, okay. Well, geez, you're supposed to be able to at least drive a little bit further. You're supposed to be able to get up and beyond the bend there. I mean, I've done it on I found the road on Google. Wow, that's crazy. There's homes up there. A few, in any case. God, they must have. I know they were talking about. There were still other houses that they were taking over. Damn. Okay. Most people are playing around with the road closed, so we're gonna make it for that. And I want to get up to the bend in the road because that's where we saw that red barn and stuff. Well, they have further closed off the road. I can't even drive up to the end of the world anymore. You can get there on Google Maps. Stanford House is right up there. It's a prominent family from the area. You see the White House there. A little cabin back in here. The canal is back over there. The road is closed, but yeah, I can't even drive up to the end of the world anymore. This is why I wore boots. Cabin's up over there. Somebody made a little bridge there. I'm on a branch here because I don't want to step in that mud. You can't step too long. See this? This is crazy shit. National Park Service at work. We'll tear down the old paper mill, and we're not going to preserve this cabin. This is a cool log cabin. That's a spider for Shauna. Sink. Floor's a little wobbly. And you're doing nothing to preserve it. Nothing. That is a damn shame. Ladies and gentlemen, you wanted help. Helltown. Oh, there it is. In that sad little cabin. I'm gonna make it back through the muck. Go this way. Yeah, the old Stanford Road. We'll at least go up to the bend in the road. But I'm not taking it all the way up. You can actually walk the entire road to the Brandywine Visitor Center. It empties out into the parking lot there. So it no longer actually connects with another road. Now, the real reason why it's closed is because nobody wanted to pay the money to upkeep it. There's a lot of different legends and tales about its closure, but it came down to a money thing, really. Now see, off on the left here, road closed. Here's one of the houses. One of the old houses right there that got taken. See, there's Helltown. Right there. Right by the road closed. And this was recent, people. Look, they had a dish. So it's still going on. They're still taking properties. All in the name of turning it into a national park. Look, you see a little trash can back in there. Restricted area video surveillance is used on this property. Area closed. Okay. Fine, area closed, but still, this was somebody's home. There's somebody's garage. So, alright, well, they've warned us, so we won't actually walk up there. It's not like I can break, I'm not going to break in anyway, but that's it. Somebody's life was here. Somebody's home. Oh, I like the bullshit on this sign. We'll zoom in on it if we can. Yeah. Area closed. All National Park Service area beyond this point closed to public use and travel because of emergency conditions. Bullshit. No emergency. You just took it over because you can. So back behind the garage is the canal. So that must mean the remaining houses that were up here, they must have taken those too. So I'll put the link on there from Google Maps. Because it actually shows a guy like in his freaking driveway. Like right by the road closed. Not this one, but further up the road and you make a big right hand turn. That's what they call the end of the world up there at the top. Yeah, back in here on either side at different points were other houses. Which have since been torn down. Telephone pole. The other slick one was that they burned them down for firefighter training. People are riding the horses up in here. So that red barn is going to be up here on the left, and then I'm going to turn around because I'm not walking to the end of the world. Yeah, I don't know why I'm like hanging out on the right hand side. That's just silly. Not like there's traffic coming. It's all gone. All of it is gone. And people used to, live down here. They used to raise their children, have their dinner, go to sleep, fuck, whatever. Okay, here's somebody being cute. Check this out. There's an arrow going the other way. A pink arrow. Tells me to go back down there to where my car is parked. Well, you can't even see my car anymore. Huh. Another one. Pink arrow. What the hell's that about? There's more of them up there too. Yeah, don't step in it. Not step in that. But that road there That's the end of the world, is what they say. There's a Valley Bridge Trail. We'll go up in here real quick, see if we can see that red barn. That was the goal. I could barely see it from the bend in the road. Is this a path that goes down there? Yeah, I think it is. Valley Bridge Trail goes up there. This? We don't know. We're checking it out. But here, let me give you the scene here. They are letting it get all overgrown. I guess that's the idea. Video surveillance! Okay. I'm just taking some pictures. Now you can see where somebody broke into it. I mean, it was a nice red barn. This is the back of the barn. This is what we saw. See, the canal's back over there. That's where I took those pictures from before. The pictures in the video. Seems like it was still in good shape when they seized it. That's much older. Alright, well, we'll walk in this one real quick. Somebody's eating some corn. There's also a old piece of farm equipment here, rusting away. Overall, the feeling is sad. Not really sensing like ghosts or paranormal or really much of anything like that. You know, it's sad. These people's homes and properties are just taken from them. You know, so maybe there's an energy there that lingers. People live their lives back in here. Trying to make a living, farming. Maybe they work at the paper mill. And all that is gone, so if there are ghosts here, those are the ghosts. And if there's a hell here, you know, it's the hell they had to live and endure, being thrown out of their houses. Up ahead of me, I see 4 people. 2 of them walking toward me, 2 of them walking away from me. The 2 that are walking away from me, I actually talked to at the barn. Young couple, you know, probably high school, maybe early college. But you know, they're interested in checking out the abandoned places. They've seen a lot of things online, heard a lot of stories. They want to know what happened here. You know, they want to get an idea of those lives gone by. You know, being that young, they probably don't understand the entire gravity of it all, but you know, they're curious, and I hope, you know, he was saying that they checked out a lot of stuff online. I hope when this video goes up, he's able to find that. And, you know, it was a pleasure talking to you at the barn. I hope you found what you were looking for. All those people along the canal path, I mean, that's great. You have a place to run and bike and hike and all that great stuff. Fantastic. Why did it have to be done at the expense of people's homes, people's lives? They could have walked them. They could have made a path down there and walked along that too, while people still live down here. I mean, I'm all for conserving and retaining the environment, that's fine. Do that. But not at the expense of families. How much turmoil, how much hell they must have had to suffer. Alright. One last thing. See if I can find Jaite. I did get a sign just entering Brecksville, which my uncle does believe that essentially what had been Jaite was incorporated into Brecksville. Although Google Maps, if you do Jaite, Ohio, does come up with this intersection. It's right up here. So let's check it out. Okay, well, I said I'll be damned when I drove right up to the intersection. It's Vaughn and Riverview, and they're all yellow. They're all yellow. All these houses. These apparently were the homes of the workers from the paper mill. So let's see what the sign says. Cuyahoga Valley National Park headquarters is what it is today. This is Jaite, more than a company town. National Park Service headquarters before you was once a thriving community built by the Jaite Paper Company. The duplexes on Riverview Road were built in 1906 to house workers. The single-family bungalows on Vaughn Road were added 11 years later. So this here is its own little ghost town. It says, picture a community complete with children playing, adults tilling, small gardens, and orchards growing behind the homes. Jaite had its own post office, train stop, and general store. And there's the railroad. And the little train depot. Well, well, well. Well, Aunt Vicky, give them a little credit. I guess they did maintain the little town that had once been here. So I'll give them props for that. Hey, look. Looks like a train's coming. Okay, now I'm looking for family ghosts, basically. I found Jaite, where the park headquarters is, the railroad, where the little town apparently was, all that stuff. Now it's to find the location of where the house used to be for the family, which according to my uncle, according to my great aunt Vicky, was 271, which is straight down Highland Road. Jaite is straight behind me. Straight down here is 271. Alright, there it is, the bridge for 271. Here's where our tale ends for the family, because I have no idea where this place would have been. But it says, on a tour that my Aunt Vicky was giving my Uncle Chuck when he was young, and there's quite a bit here, but it says, what was most disconcerting to Vicky was that the pylons for the new 271 bridge were being constructed almost right on top of Jaite. She was very, very heartbroken that this went in. But they kept the name of Jaite in the houses that are there, so I hope she's happy with that. Well, it's definitely been an interesting day. We found the ghosts of Helltown, we found the ghosts of the old canal. We found some ghosts of my family. You never know what you're going to find out there on the Paranormal Roads. Oh, we have a tour bus up here apparently. There's all kinds of... I got to turn this around, see, tour bus. Hi. So, yeah, so this is the end of the mug. I've actually had much more water today than coffee because it was a lot of walking. But I got a lot of great footage that I'm going to put together, so be on the lookout for that. That's going to be within the next couple of weeks. And there was a young couple that I met along the way. If you're watching this, nice to meet you. I did give them my card and told them to watch for the video on Helltown. So you never know. That's why we have cards to pass out, right? So in any case, moving along again. So that's it. I need to go eat some dinner. Until next time. red herring here. This goes off the path. Not sure what the heck I'm supposed to be finding down here. It's going to be cleared out for a reason, I guess. But this takes you down into the canal. With the cylinder there with ow! But, you know, young minds like that are curious, and I appreciate. They want to know a little bit more about what happened, about what once had been. I can appreciate minds like that. Go ahead, keep digging, keep searching, keep researching. The truth is out there.